Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home to the Toledo Rockets. A full house is in store, and so too, a terrific matchup in this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats, squaring off with another team from the MAC, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bobcats will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Rockets offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Quarterback on the keeper. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Rockets will try to pin them back with the punt. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bobcats offense will take the field for the first time. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
Snags it over the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And the pass hits, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Gleason. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The Rockets will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Going up top on first down. Trying to get to it. He'll try to do it himself. Got a lot of running room. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. To the air on first down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Ohio. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the left. He breaks a tackle. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To throw, it's Gleason. Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Toledo. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the glass bowl.
And the Rockets will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Pugh. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Touchdown, Toledo. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job of making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Eastern Michigan is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Buffalo.
They'll go to the ground.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Touchdown, Rockets! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Number 29, set to advance on the football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Takes the easy completion. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The give to the tailback. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Bobcats will punt this one away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. He wants to throw. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Gleason. Makes the grab on the left. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Give to the running back. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Defense calls a timeout to put together a strategy. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he's wrestled to the ground. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Knocked down for the tackle. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And it's all riding on this field goal attempt. Good right down the boulevard. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving